What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This your boy Jay Reed for Jay Reed's Love of Cars. Here's what we doing today. As you can see, we got the C6 Corvette back out of the shop. Hi guys, this your boy Jay Reed for Jay Reed's Love of Cars. You guessed it, your boy finally got some merch. Go to the store today and get you some vet life. I know y'all love vets. Now some of you may be thinking, that show is a basic design. Well, my AdSense is basic too. So we gotta supplement that with some simple basic merch. Get yours today. It's gonna be available for a limited time only. We got other merchandise on the site too. And when I say we, I mean me. Support your boy, support your channel. This shirt is only like $20, and to put it in perspective, it take y'all to buy 3 of these damn shirts just to fill 1 nitrous bottle. Got some work done on it. We pulled this bad boy down, put it back on the dyno, and all I can say is I am very impressed with the power that it made. Yes, I am. And we're going to get into that in a second. If I can open up the door. Do y'all Corvette do that? Sometimes it'll be in like accessory mode when you turn it on. Hate when that happens. Anyway, I'm gonna pop the hood real quick so we can talk about it. Uh-oh, didn't clean that off. Got a little smidgy. Okay, so what we did, I can tell you this right now. At this point in this build, I do not need that nitrous. We are running no more nitrous on the car, not as it stands. Why? Because I don't need it, and I'm gonna show you why I don't need it. Let's come on over here to this side. Now, if you look at the car, took it to the shop, pull it down. We got the 3/4 pulley on here. Now, this belt is super duper tight, but it has to be to prevent belt slip. And I'm seeing some of the little residue coming from the belt, so hope we don't have no issues with that, with the rubbing and whatnot and what have you. Only time will tell, but it's snug pretty tight. Now 3/4 pulley. We're gonna go ahead and go in the car so I can show you what this dyno sheet looks like. It's still in the car. All right, this is the dyno sheet. Yeah. You'll need to see all the prices down there. If you notice, this is what we are currently making. 793 horsepower, 636 foot-pounds of torque. All I can say is I finally got the number I thought the car, oh man, I'm messing up my sheet. I finally got the number that I thought the car was capable of. Actually, it's more than what I thought it was capable of. I was thinking maybe 670, 675, because that's what the first dyno tune was making but that was on a 3/8 pulley. This is a 3/4 pulley, so I went as small as you can go with the TI, you know, to keep it right at the max number of revs that you're supposed to run these. You don't want to overspin them. And the 3/4 is about it for the TI version. But yes, I am so excited, I can't even begin to tell you. And if you look at the sheet, I noticed that they revved that bad boy all the way out to 7,200 RPMs. So a lot of the power is coming from the fact that they revved it so high, which is pretty much the max you want to rev these. I mean, I have springs and stuff when I got the cam put in, so we're good with that. But that also would explain why some of the other tunes that I had on the car wasn't making as much power, because they weren't revving it that high. I think the rev limiter was still stock. And you know, I get it, people play it safe, but I'm not trying to do safe. I'm not trying to, if I were trying to do safe, I would have just kept it stock. I mean, that's kind of how you got to look at it anyway, because anything could happen. It could have blew up on the dyno at 550. You just don't know. So if you put modifications on the car and you worried about reliability, you're probably worried about the wrong thing. You just do the best you can with what you have and hope for the best, and make sure people are doing stuff right, and then hopefully you'll have that reliability. But just know that when you start making 650, 700, 800 horsepower, yeah. But now you see there's some little squiggly lines, so to me I guess that means that there was a little bit of belt slip with the squiggliness. But man, we still pulling up top. We are still pulling up top. That is absolutely amazing. So if we would have revved this at, you know, the stock limiter at 6,500, it still would have been about 750 horsepower, 740, somewhere around that. No, yeah, it would have been about 750. So that's still excellent. And if you come down here and look at the, I don't know if this camera's picking it up. If you look at the air fuel, it's perfect. 11.0 all the way out to 7. Well, it started to get a little lean up top. He leaned it out a little bit at 7,200. But because we're at 11, and then it starts to get a little bit like almost at 12, around 60, around 6,800. So he definitely, the tuner definitely knew that I wasn't looking for nothing safe, because this ain't safe. It ain't safe, but it is what it is. We got mess, we got E85, and I'm not going to beat on it unless I have straight E85 in it. 93, not so much. We're just gonna make it do what it do with 93, because it is a E85 tune. And man, all I can say is I'm pretty happy with the results, and I'm actually thinking about leaving this drag setup on here for a while. Even though we got all that wheel gap in the back, I'm thinking about leaving it on there. And I'm kind of thinking about, man, I don't know, thinking about I may even need a bigger tire in the back. You know, I mean, that's 800 horsepower, 680 foot-pounds of torque. We may have to beef up the tire project, the tire game, because I did a slight pull, and I can honestly say, you know, I'm not afraid of power by any means, but I can honestly say I did a little pull on the way back home. Yeah, that was, and I was probably going 80, and then I hit it, and I could have swore the rear tires started spinning a little bit. Right now we are at the point to where it's probably about as fast as I want to go. But everybody says that, and then eventually you get used to it. Prior to this, you know, it was whatever. I was nowhere near afraid to do nothing. But now, even with that little short couple of second pull, and it was pulling me back in that seat, and it was sounding like it was mad. I don't know. It was exhilarating. I'll put it like that. But for right now, man, I think that's pretty much all I want to do with the engine. I mean, it doesn't even matter what I want to do. That's all that this engine is pretty much going to be able to take. But I do know that I will have to start looking into researching transmissions, because I don't know how long this transmission gonna last. But anyway, I just want to give y'all those dyno numbers. I need to get to the track. Seems like every time I get upgrades and I done spent this money, man, I'd be scared to go to the track because I done spent the money, and I hate to break it the first time I'm at the track. I know. But hey, man, I don't care what you say. Yeah, nobody want to spend no money like that. But anyway, this your boy. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe, because next video I'll probably make a few. This camera crazy. I'll probably make a few pulls on the street and see what it do. Gia.